Hello, Aries. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. How are you doing, Aries? Thank you so much for clicking here. I've got 3 decks. We are looking at oracles first this week, as we always do, and I am reading for the week ahead, Aries, as I always do. You'll know that if you are my ride or die. How are you, Aries? If you are here, because you always come back, I appreciate you the most. And if you are brand new and you're just trying this out for the first time, welcome to all the shenanigans, and I hope that you will stay. Let's find out what's going on for you in the week ahead. I'm always reading for the week ahead whenever you get this, today, tomorrow, next year. And it's a general reading, so keep that in mind as you watch. And if you're interested in going into the extended with me, there will be an extended. I'll tell you at the end of this video how to find the extended. Let's find out what's going on for Aries in this new cycle. What's coming up in this new cycle? We just had that new moon, right? New moon on the 25th. This is your new cycle, Aries. Tell me about Aries. We've got the answers you need are coming. Okay. It says here full moon in Gemini. We did have a new moon in Cancer, but I want to say that keep your eye on the prize. Gemini is very highly intelligent, knows what to say, when to say it. Gemini is very bold in how they speak, right? The answers you need are coming, so I feel like you're going to get some sort of a verbal confirmation on something, because Gemini is very verbal, right? Gemini is very verbal, and somebody who just sort of puts it out there. Doesn't necessarily wait for a divine timing or anything like that. Is just going to say it as it is. Tell me more about Aries. We've got release. Okay, so the answers you need are coming, but it comes upon the heels of some sort of release, something that you're releasing here. Let's find out what else is going on. After we get these oracles down, we're going to get some tarot and get some details. Tell me what else is coming up for Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries. We've got growth. I like it. Okay, growth says I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So I feel like on the heels of something that you're finally releasing or letting go, that there is some sort of a growth period. Now, for some of you, that's going to be in the week ahead, but not all of us are at the same place in our lives at the same time. So for some of you, this indication could be that it happens in the fall. So maybe a couple of months away. If you are in the northern hemisphere, if you're in the southern hemisphere, that's right now, right? So it feels like it could be coming soon for those of you who are experiencing the fall or experiencing autumn, if you do have seasons. So there is some sort of growth and expansion that is going to be showing up. For some of you, it's on the heels of something that you are releasing here. It says here, luck is on your side, the new moon in Sagittarius. And although myself, personally, I don't really believe in luck, I feel like the universe is way too organized for luck. But I'm going to say that this feels like a lucky time for you. Things are going to start going your way or going right. We do have abundance. Okay. So abundance can be a lot of things. It can be good health, wealth, can be good material wealth, right? It can be something that goes right in your job. It feels like there is something here that you're going to get the answers to soon that feels like complete and total luck. We've got forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So I feel like for some of you, that might be what you're releasing. You might be releasing some sort of resentment that you've had for a person, place, or a situation in your life. And I feel like because you release it, it releases some sort of a block and it moves you into this energy of happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. This is an indication as to whether you are or whether you are not on the right path. Because happiness, feeling contentment or happiness moving forward, is telling you that you're doing the right thing, you're on the right path. If you're living a life of complete and total chaos where nothing is going right, it's time to reassess. It's time to reassess and figure out why it's happening that way. You might be going the wrong way if you're unhappy. All right, let's find out what else is going on for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter, my fire family. My chart is mostly fire and earth. And I have Aries all over my chart. That's why I call you my fire family. Let's find out what is going on for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I think I'm an Aries Venus, actually. Let's find out what's going on. How about you? Tell me where Aries falls in your chart in the comments. We've got the sun. I like it. Ooh, Ooh, I like this. Look, you finally had the breakthrough in the week ahead. The breakthrough is, I've got to take action. Regardless of how much information I have, it doesn't matter if I'm scared. I feel like the moon energy is the reason you haven't moved forward, because you want to be sure that you have a win, right? I'm thinking about the Emperor energy. And so I feel like, Aries, that you will not move forward unless you know that you have a win coming, because you're not going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to fail. So I feel like you're going to win because luck is on your side, but I feel like you have to make the decision to leave the crossroads. So there's something here that you've been sitting on, or you've been sitting in a situation and scared to make a move because of the moon energy, because things are not as they seem and you can't see clearly into the future. So I feel like you are having some sort of a breakthrough. Things go from night to day. It feels like the sun shows up and all of a sudden you can see the things that you couldn't see before. Some sort of a breakthrough, happiness and growth. To me, the sun is growth. When it's in the upright, it's all about personal, professional, spiritual growth. All the ways in which you can grow, I feel, are showing up for you in the week ahead. Tell me more about Aries. What is Aries releasing, please? We've got the Knight of Cups. Got the World card. I feel like you have a romantic connection to somebody that you're finally going to come to a place where you're going to release it. I feel like it's something that you've been holding on to or harboring. It feels like it may be, I wished, I hoped, I wished I could be this with this person, I wished I meant more to that person. It feels like this is something that's connected to romantic feelings for someone, and I feel like this chapter is over for you. So in this new cycle, I feel like that, when new cycles open, the 25th of June was the new moon in Cancer. When new cycles open, that means old cycles have to end, right? We can't have things that are open and close at simultaneously. So I feel like this is the World card, which tells me that when you decide to make a move, when you decide to take action into this moon energy here, I feel like you close a chapter that you've been trying to release for a long time with some sort of romantic connection that you've had with somebody here. We've got the Seven of Swords, which is in the reverse, which tells me something is revealed to you in this moon energy. I feel like you're feeling confident enough to enter the moon energy, and I feel like while you're in this moon energy, it does feel like you realize something, or something is revealed to you. And the moon energy can be a lot of things. It can be a lot of deep feelings. It can be fear, but it can also be shadow work, right? So I feel like if you're a person who has been doing shadow work, that would be the reason you'd be able to release or have this big realization that you've got to release this thing. It's never going to show up for you, or it's never going to work out, or that no longer serves me. I can't drag it into the next cycle with me. Tell me about growth. Where's this growth? We've got the Nine of Pentacles. I like it. We've got the Star. So you become more hopeful. I feel like your growth shows up in terms of meditation, contemplation. It feels like this Hermit energy. You might have Virgo energy in the moon or the rising, or possibly you're here cross-watching. But the Hermit energy is one of self-audit, right? We go into this energy of self-audit and it's a place that is dark, right? Which could mean with this moon and this Hermit energy that you are really doing shadow work. So it does feel like the shadow work is, after the shadow work, the growth that comes tells me that it could be financial, but I think mostly it's in your confidence to be single, or to be alone, or to do something by yourself, even if you're not single. It's like I really do need to take this road alone. I really need to build myself up. I need to build up my confidence. I need to build my health. Whatever the pentacles are, the energy, right? We've got the Star energy here as well. And so this is hope. I feel like what you get when you go into this Hermit energy, which is the self-preservation energy, the self-audit, I have to look over me and figure out what I need to do in order to have more hope. I feel like you decide to take better care of your health, take better care of your wealth, whatever it is, you're going over the details of it with this Virgo energy for sure. We've got the Six of Swords. You're moving on from something here, friend, which tells me there's a release, and the World card. So these energies tell me that you really are coming to a realization that there was something that you couldn't let go of, or it may have been that you felt that somebody lied to you, or it might be something that you were holding on to as a resentment, right? It says here, I acknowledge that harboring a resentment blocks the flow of love. So I feel like that this might have been a resentment that you were holding on to, and now you're finally realizing that and letting it go. You may have found that while you were visiting in this moon energy, in this shadow work possibly. So the answers you need are coming, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit of hard work. You're going to have to put the hard work in. You're also going to have to take action, right, in order to be able to get the answers. Tell me what answers are showing up. You're having some sort of a really big realization. A breakthrough energy is here with the sun, and it's going to make you feel far happier. It's going to make you jump into this place of growth. We do have the King of Swords. I love it. I love when the King of Swords shows up with the sun, because it tells me you're on point. You absolutely realized or figured out what you were doing to hold yourself back. That maybe you had been blaming it on somebody who had lied to you or was being deceitful with you. Maybe you had blamed it on the resentment, and that's what was blocking you from your happiness. So I feel like you were maybe doing the blame game a little bit, but you realized that it really was always within you. I'm just seeing Dorothy clicking her heel, kicking those red shoes, the ruby shoes 3 times. There's no place like home. I feel like the answer was always within you here. You always were home. The Judgment card is telling me here that I feel that you kept looking to the universe, or looking to your God, or looking to your deity to say, well, why have you forsaken me? Why are you just left me here on the ground to fend for myself? And I feel like the universe, with this energy here that we've got, this energy, it feels like there was a conversation. The conversation was, look, with the 6 of Wands, you can have whatever you want. You can have the victory and the success, but you are going to have to make the decision on your own, and you have to wait until the right moment, and nothing shows up until it's divine timing. You're going to have to wait for the right moment to have your breakthrough. So I feel like with the King of Swords here, you have a breakthrough that it causes you to look yourself over and be really honest about what is going on here. It feels like you decide that you're going to leave the old self behind, the overthinking self, the one who requires a lot of attention whenever you accomplish something. I feel it's almost like with the moon energy that you decide to take action, but you're not going to tell anybody that you take action on it. The answers that you needed are always within you. You just needed to take action on this moon energy here. You had to be brave enough to be able to embark on a path that maybe you didn't understand or couldn't see that you were going to win. But look at all this winning energy here. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, and we've got the King of Cups. We've got the 8 of Wands. So once you finally decide that you're leaving the old you behind, what am I hearing there? Every time I say old you behind, I'm hearing a song. Oh, it's thunder. That's what it is. Leaving my old life behind. Oh, so you're leaving an old life behind is what it is. Thunder, Imagine Dragons is what I'm hearing. So it feels like that's what you need to do. You need to leave an old life behind, that these answers have always been within you. I feel like there was a lesson you needed to learn here, and the lesson you needed to learn before you could go into the moon energy is the lesson of emotional intelligence. And so that means not melting down at the first sight of chaos. It feels like you are standing strong or firm in the midst of chaos, and I feel like the chaos might be the moon energy. So I feel like you become brave because these 2 kings are here, right? These ones who take it on the chin in a stoic fashion. I'm not going to let you see me sweat. I feel like you go for it, and I feel like it pays out really well. Like the 10 of Pentacles is here, and the 8 of Wands is here. So I feel like whatever it is that is abundant, maybe it is your health, maybe it is financial wealth, material wealth, it feels like something picks up or moves forward here. Talk about what you need to release here. What is this here with the Knight of Cups? Because I feel like you're just closing the door, friend. And this is quite an accomplishment, because I feel like you've been holding on to it for a whole long chapter of your life here. That a whole chapter of your life has been you with this inability to let go of a person or the feeling of romance, feeling like you needed a relationship, feeling like you needed it. I feel like you're letting this go, and that's really what opens the door going forward here. This also might be a relationship where there was resentment, that things didn't work out for you. I think that you are releasing this. We've got the 8 of Pentacles, we've got the 7 of Cups, and we've got the 3 of Swords. So this does feel like it was an emotional breakup. It feels like with the Three of Swords here that it was broken heart or disappointment. It does feel like with the Eight of Pentacles that you finally decide to evaluate the situation. And so I feel like if you do have a Virgo placement, it feels like you are a person who is all about the analytics, and it feels like you have realized through looking over all of the details or being very practical with your energy, or, you know, this is the perfectionist, right? The Eight of Pentacles. This is kind of Virgo energy. I feel like you realize after going over all the details that it's time to let it go. I can't let it stop me from whatever is coming up. I can't let it hamper my growth anymore, because I feel like you were stuck in a space and a time, and I feel like it's time for you to let that go. And I feel like the Seven of Swords is the release. It's like something comes to the surface and you realize that if I close the door, I can just release this resentment of the person who lied or the person who created the block, like you allowed to create the block within you. So I feel like you overthink. I feel like you're an overthinker, that you thought about this person a lot. They were on your mind in the day and the night, and whoever they are in the past, for whatever reason they're in the past, I feel like with this World card here that you finally close this chapter, because look, again, the Magician showing up. You always had the aces up your sleeve. You always had the resources. You always had the tools to do it, but it felt like you were giving that energy over to someone else by being stuck in this energy of the Knight of Cups. This romantic thing that didn't work out, that you no longer have, has passed away, whatever it is. It feels like whatever it is in the past. And so I feel like instead of worrying about it, you finally released it. What came to the surface is healing. I feel like the Seven of Swords in the reverse is showing you that you could heal. You could heal from this on your own. You never really had to wait for someone to say sorry. I think that you were waiting on someone else to say sorry here. We're going to go clarify the rest of this in the extended. If you're interested in the extended, we're going to talk about this growth that you're having and why you're having this growth and what is the wish fulfillment. There is abundance coming where you feel like there's a whole lot of luck. Once you forgive this whole situation here, it moves you directly into happiness. So I feel like it's happiness, contentment, and you go through some sort of a growth spurt. If you'd like to come into the extended to find out what happens after this, then please look at the top of all of the comments. There is a pinned comment that has a link to my membership area. If you're interested, all of the extendeds I do are there. So if you're interested in coming to see this, please click on that link. Also, if you're interested in a private read, that information is in that pinned comment as well. If you go over to Hypsee, you'll see that I'm doing live readings. There are a bunch of discounts for the live readings, and I do have a schedule. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursday evenings is when I'm online for live readings, but you can also book a private read pre-recorded if you'd like to do that. And I do have a new package, which is a 48-hour turnaround time for one question, no backstory. So go take a look over there. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're taking you into the extended as the Emperor. I love that. Stepping into your power, realizing that you always did have control. You are the Emperor, Aries, and I feel like you always had control over your stability, over your security. This is the realization. This is the growth that you're having here. The realization you have in the Hermit mode is you were always in control, friend. Let's go talk about that. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You take care of yourself, Aries, and I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.